Hey guys, Ashley back with another video, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about what it's like to work at Amazon. So like all the detail, all the info, all the tea, all the everything. All right, so let's start out with the hiring process. So I worked there for peak season, and it started December 1st or November, sometime in November, but I started the job December 15th. It was an open interview. Basically what I did was just go there, signed up, and the second I signed up, they was just like, all right. Yeah, the second I signed up, they was like, you're onboarded. They took my picture that same day, did a drug test that same day, and had me scheduled to start orientation. Now, during orientation, of course, you do get paid, and we did the full hours for orientation, and usually I worked about 10 hours and 30 minutes. I got there at like 6:45, and we were supposed to be clocked in by 7:30, and then we left work at 6:30 or 6. I don't remember. It was one of the two. But yeah, so when we were doing orientations, we stayed there. Orientation was 3 days, and we stayed at the job for the entire 10 hours and 30 minutes. We did get the regular break. Like, we didn't get any extra special breaks or nothing like that. So we did get the regular breaks that everyone else gets. We get 2 15 and a 30-minute break. Moving into pay, the pay was great. It was like 15 something, I think. Yeah, it was like 15 something. So that was also good. After all the orientation and everything was done, we started immediately and got straight into the actual work. I think it was like day 2 of working there. We went straight into doing what everybody else does. But we weren't expected to have the same rate as them because we were still new and we don't understand the concepts of, working as fast as they do. At Amazon, I was a picker. And basically when you're a picker, you have a little cart that you keep with you at all time. You have a scanner that you keep with you at all time. And then you have a cart. There was 3 floors to the building. And what you would do is your scanner, the second you logged into your scanner and you picked everything that they told you to pick, you would sign in. And then it'll tell you the floor to go to and the section to go to. Once you to the section, you get a cart. Then it's going to tell you to get a tote. First thing you do, scan your tote, and you just walk around the aisles. Look at the little scanner that they give you, and you find the items. They have a description. They have a description of what the item is. They have a picture of what the item is, and sometimes they'll even tell you the color, like if there's no picture or something. But 9 times out of 10, there's always a picture. That's pretty much all you really had to do. Just walk around, pick the items up, and put it into your cart. The only thing that was really hard, for me personally, was the walking. It was a lot of walking, and for no reason. Okay, it is a reason, but there was a lot of walking. Sometimes they moved you from like the 1st floor to the 3rd floor. Sometimes they have you walking from all the way where section 800. Section 800. It's like, I don't know how to explain it really. But it's like you have aisles and then you have columns. And you could be all the way in the 800. Like 800 is always all the way on the other side of the building. But yet you could be on the low side, and the low side would be the 100. So it's like you got a building right here. And then you could be all the way on this side, but all the way in the front or all the way in the back of the building. So that's the low side and the high side. And sometimes they'll have you go from 800 on the low side, which would be like 100s, to moving all the way to the 100s on the high side. And that's a whole diagonal shift on the buildings. Then we have A side and A and B side. And that's even worse. Whew. Talking a lot, talking fast. But yeah, so you have a lot of walking to do. And I think that was my biggest problem majority of the time. You could keep water with you. They have stations where you could get the water, but the water, I didn't really like the water, so I didn't really drink it. So I always had to bring my own water. The 15-minute breaks there, when you think about it, it's 15 minutes. At like the job that you work, like say you work at McDonald's, 15 minutes break is something because the bathroom is just right there. But when you work at Amazon, you gotta first find out where the closest bathroom is. Then you gotta go to the closest bathroom. And then you gotta use it quickly and then be able to walk back in time. Because you have to start working from scan to scan. And from scan to scan, it has to be 15 minutes. That's some shit. I'm telling you. That was hard. It wasn't really hard. Because I always knew where the closest bathroom was. But it's just the walking. If you know me, you know that I walk kind of slow. I'm kind of short, so my little corgi legs, they could only walk so fast. But I'd have to be pushing it when I used to work there. So yeah, definitely walking. Walking was the main thing for me. After a while, my foot started to hurt. It came to the point where I wore Skechers one day. I wore Crocs the next day. My first day, I wore Jordans. Never wore it again. I wore Uggs one day. I don't think I had a problem with the Uggs. It just wasn't that safe. It was just a whole bunch of different things with different shoes. Then you have time off task, yeah. And time off task is when, say you take that 15-minute break and from the first scan, the last scan that you did to the first scan, you go over like 2 minutes. And then you do it again for the second 15-minute break and you go over another 2 minutes. And then when you take your 30-minute break and you actually got to clock out, either you clocked out too late or you clock back in too late. And then that's another problem. So now you got somebody tracking you down to come have a talk with you, which is basically a write-up. And then, of course you're going to be mad because you only get so much time off task before you're fired. And they explain that whole thing in orientation. But yeah, they explain the whole entire process in orientation, and it clicks. Like, you hear what they say, and they give you specific warnings to the fact that you can be fired. But a lot of people still go through the same process. Next thing to do... No, wait. Hold on, let me think. With a time off task, it was a problem. I never had nobody come up to me and do that. The only thing that they really came up to me was since I was a seasonal worker, they would come up every now and then, ask questions about how the job is going, ask questions from the orientation and from the quiz that they gave you, just to make sure that you remembered everything. And that was pretty much it. They didn't do nothing crazy. They didn't ask a whole bunch of crazy questions. They didn't really stop me and do anything else. So let me tell y'all about working at Amazon now. They got different sections. They got, well, at least in picking, they got the different sections. And some sections is better than some. You have clothes. You have iPhone. You have a section for iPhones and all electronics. You got a section for shoes. You got a section for aerosols and anything that's flammable. They're all kept in the same place. Just in case anything happens, they know exactly where to go. And from the Amazon that I was working, they said that, I think it was like the 5 fires that started, that's where it was from. But yeah, you have your sections. And after like day 2 of working there, you'll know exactly where to go for your section. So that won't be a problem. It really shouldn't be a problem. It has the labels. A is always at the bottom. And I think it goes all the way up to H no. It might go up to I. Some of them go up to H. Some of them goes up to I. But the highest number that I've seen was I. Yeah, like I was saying. But that's how they're organized. You go from the bottom to the top. And that's how they're labeled. They're also color-coded. If you look at your scanner, it'll have a piece of, like, a strip of color on it. And you could, go on it and be able to tell what bin you're going to. If you don't feel like looking at A, B, C, and all that other. The aisles now. What else? I'm trying to think about everything that they really told me to remember everything. I'm telling y'all, after like if you're going to Amazon and you have an interview or something, or you're applying or want to work there, it's not hard. The only thing that might be hard for you will be walking. It's a ton of walking. A lot. You can't have your phone, can't have your iPod, can't have your AirPods, you can't have your Apple Watch, you can't have nothing, can't have headphones, can't have nothing at all. If you go into the building, personally my building, but if you went into the building with your phone, like say you coming out the car from break, your little 30-minute break, and you forget that your phone's in your pocket, or you put it in your pocket because that's just what you're used to. Once you're leaving, yeah, they'll let you keep it for the day, like while you're still in there. But the second it's time for you to go home, you're going to have to go through security. They're going to have to go through your pictures. You're going to have to pull up your history and prove to them that it's your phone. And of course, it might be your phone, but you're just going to have to do a lot. Don't steal from Amazon. They have a lot of cameras, especially electronics. They have a lot of cameras. And you can see it because they usually tell you like this section's high in cameras. And then you'll be like, eh. But trust me, they watch their cameras close too. Don't think that they're playing, because those are things that people already ordered. So don't try to go in there and be slick and steal nothing. Just work your money, get your $15 an hour, and go buy that same thing that you're trying to steal. It's not that deep. Some tips that I could give you is to keep water with you. They do let you bring a little fanny pack in there with you to work with. Put some gum in there, put some candy in there, and put some chips. You're going to need it. Because sometimes when you're walking, you have nothing to listen to. They don't play music. So you have nothing to listen to, nothing to do, nothing to focus on. You just thinking in your head like you're crazy or something for the entire time. Bring something, some gum so you could chew and stimulate your mind, or do something. But don't just go in there without food or something. Shoes. Please get something with insoles. I know a lot of people that I've talked to that worked at Amazon for a while, including my mom. The little, what's the thing called at Walmart? It's a little thing you go and you put your foot in there. But she got the special made one for her, because she's claimed it helped, and a lot of people that I've met there, they claim it helps. So I would say just test it out and see how it works for you, because a lot of people say that it's good. What else? Don't be off task, because they will come and find you. And don't think you could try to slip it and scan random things. Don't do that. Just do the work, get everything done without, just avoid getting fired, avoid the problems, avoid the hassle, avoid everything. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, sometimes when you're working, they'll call you and tell you that you need to switch stations real fast. Just do it as quick as you can. They'll tell you that they want to train you somewhere else. Just go ahead and get trained somewhere else. It's not that serious. And if you notice that you're getting trained and it's too much for you, then talk to them and let them know that, it's too much. But never say no to something that you never tried before, as far as it goes with Amazon, because that can be a pay raise for you without you knowing. Take night shift. Night shift does make more. I think it's $1 or $2 more, but that's okay. If you know you could keep that I don't know, what's that called? Like the stamina. If you know you could keep your body up for the night shift, then definitely do it. If you know that you're not going to fall asleep and that your body's already up in the nighttime and you're really a person that likes to sleep in the daytime, go ahead and do that. Especially if you have school, do the night shift and get it over with. Schedule your classes right. Because, you're making more money. You're getting more money in, and all you're doing is the same thing that day shift does. You're just there overnight. Whew. Work on the weekends, if you're free, of course. Because nobody likes to work on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. So definitely choose those days. If they have overtime, pick up a lot of overtime, because overtime was like a pay and a half. Yeah, I think it was a pay and a half. So that was even more money. And do some 10-hour shifts with that, and there you go. You're getting paychecks after paychecks. And it was nice paychecks. Don't quit. No, wait. You can resign from Amazon. When it comes to the point where you're like, all right, yeah, I'm done with Amazon, try to resign and not quit. If you just resign the right way and just say, hey, I'd rather not work here no more, they're going to give you 60 to 90 days. And you could apply again. But if you just straight off the bat just let them fire you, or you quit the wrong way, then I think it's going to be like 6 months or close to a year for them to hire you back. And just in case they're having a nice little event where they boost the pay raises, I don't think you want to be excluded from that just because you quit the wrong way. So if you don't want to be at the job, just simply tell them that you don't want to be at the job. If you know that something's happening in your family, just let them know. They really will talk to you. Try not to call out because those add up to points. And after 6 points, after 6 or more points, you get fired. You don't want to get fired. Because then you're not going to be able to come back for however much time. I don't even remember. But you're not going to be able to come back. So just try to do everything the right way. Follow the tips of food. Have a little fanny pack or something with food. Stay hydrated. And get the right shoes. And I'm not going to stress about the right shoes. You really need them. They really will help. I think that's pretty much it. Amazon has its downsides for things that it does, and that's mainly when you're doing something wrong, like the time off task, or when you somewhere you don't need to be, or when you're late coming back from breaks and stuff like that. But unless than that, I think you guys should be really fine, and I was personally fine. What else? I don't think anything else. That was pretty much it. It's not hard work in there. It's just pretty much common sense and just knowing that it's a job and you should take it seriously. Not steal, not none of that. Anywho, thanks for watching this video. And if you guys have any questions about working at Amazon or what I did exactly, like into more details, even though I said it pretty much. If you want to know anything, want to tell me about how you are with working, and then I'll explain it to you, like if you should apply or if you shouldn't apply. I'll tell you if you should do the part-time with integrity or work with Amazon itself, or what you should do, or if you should just do seasonals like what I did. And seasonal was just for like Christmas, and then that was it. And I was perfectly fine with working at from Christmas till the new year. It was perfectly fine with me. So just let me know, comment, subscribe, leave a like, and I will be back with another video.